McArthur-Burney Falls Memorial State Park Campground is a California state park in Burney, California. This campground allows both tents and trailers. The maximum trailer length is 32 feet. The parking pads are paved and fairly level. Burney Falls is a dry campground, so there are no hookups available. There is drinking water available, and there's even an RV water fill. So right near the dump station, there is water that you can use to fill up your RV water tanks. And as we just mentioned, there is a dump station. So this campground does have a dump station available. Something worth knowing, though, is the sewer inlet was larger than usual, so a standard size sewer hose did not seal the hole. The site that we had at Burney Falls was technically a mini group site, so it was very large and private. Most of the standard campsites here weren't as private, but there were lots of large campsite options. Each campsite did have a tall metal fire pit. It also had a wooden bear box and picnic table. The campground has flush toilets available, as well as showers. And there's both trash and recycling. The campground has a store that is well stocked with supplies. If you need more than what you could find at the campground store, there's also a Safeway right in the town of Burney, so there's lots of options if you need to stock up on supplies. The campground itself did not get a very good cell signal. We got a very weak signal with our Verizon cell coverage right near the visitor center and around the falls, but we didn't have any service around the campground itself. And there was no Wi-Fi available. The types of trees at Burney Falls include ponderosa pine, incense cedar, as well as fir trees. As far as animals you might see, we were very surprised to find out that there were cicadas around. We had no idea that cicadas were anywhere near this area. They were very loud and an unexpected experience. In addition to the cicadas, there were also mosquitoes and snakes. We saw a couple of snakes on the trails. There were lizards. We saw a bunch of squirrels. We even saw a bald eagle, and we saw a heron. And then in the evening, there were lots of bats. So lots of bugs, birds, and reptiles. Okay, now let's talk about some of the activities that you can do at Burney Falls. The first one is the waterfall. The Burney Falls waterfall is beautiful. It is also very easy to access. There's a parking lot, and you can see the falls right from the parking lot. If you would like to get a better view, there's a trail that you could take, and it's a really easy trail. The trail starts off nice and paved, and you can take it down and get a good view of the waterfalls, and then you can continue on the trail around the Burney Creek if you'd like to see even more. And as I just mentioned, there's a parking lot near the falls, but if you're staying at the campground, it is an easy walk from the campground. You don't need to drive to access the waterfalls. You can just walk right from the campsite. This is definitely the highlight of staying here. The kids loved checking out the waterfall. One of the times that we checked it out, we not only got to see the waterfall, but there was a rainbow at the end. The kids really enjoyed getting to see this. Another fun thing to do here is go to the visitor center. So there was a really nice visitor center museum, and it showed the history and taught about the local wildlife. The Burney Falls campground also has access to a lake. So not only is there a nice waterfall that you can look at, but there is also a lake that you can visit. So Lake Britton is also very close to the campground, and the lake has a swimming area. It also has a nice beach section, and it even has some picnic tables over there. It's a fun place to swim or paddleboard. The kids really enjoyed getting to splash around in the lake. There are also boat rentals available. So there's a boat launch and boat rentals that you could take out on the lake. You could rent party boats, kayaks, canoes, fishing boats. They had lots of different options there. Another activity that you can do at Burney Falls is go fishing. So there are lots of fishing opportunities. You can fish at the lake, or you can also fish at Burney Creek. The campground itself had multiple different options that would be great for fishing. Another fun activity is hiking. There are several trails right at the state park. We enjoyed going down the Burney Creek Trail and checking out the waterfall from another angle. It is worth knowing that none of the trails are dog-friendly. And then if you're looking for any activities outside of the campground, it's a short drive away from the Stand By Me bridge. So it's only 6 minutes away, and you can visit the bridge that was in Stand By Me. And if you're up for a little bit longer of a trek, it's about 30 minutes away. But if you go to the town of Old Station, you can visit a subway cave. And this is a really cool cavern that's formed by lava, and you can walk through the whole thing. We've done this a couple of times, and the kids really enjoy getting to walk through this. Remember to bring a flashlight and maybe even a jacket, because it does stay cool down there. Right now, the cost to stay at Burney Falls State Park is $35 a night. Between the waterfalls, the river, and the lake, this is a really fun campground to check out. If you'd like to see what our favorite sites were at the campground, you can view all that information in the full blog article. I'll add that link in the video description. I hope this helped give you a better idea if camping at MacArthur-Burney Falls State Park would be a good fit for you and your family. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Thanks and happy camping.